Alright, let's go on in.
It's in here somewhere. I've seen it. I've seen. Are you familiar with the butterfly effect? It asserts that just a tiny change in initial conditions can dramatically change the long-term behavior of a system, like a butterfly's wings affecting the weather system, turning a light breeze into a tsunami. Most people take this to mean there's no way to predict or find patterns in a system so easily affected by tiny, random, seemingly insignificant events. But chaos theory is not about chaos. It's about order. It's about finding the underlying order in apparently random data. In chaos. In other words, chaos isn't. Chaos isn't. There's always order. Always. That order is what the dragon chases relentlessly. What they're doing is experimentation. They are testing the systems. They breeding butterflies so that they can discern the patterns. The more random data they introduce to the system, the more data they get back. They're creating a model of the universe, one tsunami at a time. But this is a controlled experiment. So the dragon ensures that with every tiny random change, they remain in complete control. They are ruthless planners. And what they're doing, what they're planning, is acts of... In a way, they are terrorists. Except their acts of terror are small, seemingly without consequence. They don't blow up buildings or planes. They don't murder the innocent. They don't have a doctrine. What they are doing is a lot more subtle, a lot more effective. They now have enough data in their models now to predict causality, at least to some degree. They put you somewhere, they have a good idea what's going to happen. That's what it's all about. Why you've been brought here to Seoul. I'm sure you're asking yourself, why me? Why now? It doesn't matter. The only thing that matters now is that you've been brought here because they want you here. They need you here. Everything from the moment they visited you until this conversation, it may seem like a series of coincidences, random events. Carefully planned. Part of a model they've designed. Part of a system. It's an experiment, don't you see? Everything has a purpose. Everything is true. Sooner or later, they all go upstairs.
I take that to mean that that is where the drugs and hookers are. Upstairs, right? Right? Drugs and hookers? Upstairs? Maybe. Yeah. An interesting story for the dragon. I kind of like it. Universal programmers, I suppose. Put data in, get data out, find out what you can learn. You may have seen some of the issues I talked about graphic-wise. Mainly here with the singer. I noticed it from the side. There was some graphical glitching here. You can see the clothing kind of clips a bit. Could be issues with just the configuration that I have. I don't know. I haven't seen much of what anyone else has gone through, and if anyone else has had these kind of graphical issues. So what I find interesting here, though, is when I go to talk to somebody, just go to you can click on them, of course, to see, or I don't even have to click on him, actually, to see there's a little dialog box there. And as you can see, that dialog box kind of moves with him. Everything, even like with my... whoa, not sure how I did that. That's okay. Like even with me, everything you do, or every menu that you have, is kind of just overlaid onto the game and is a... it's kind of an existing model of its own. It's kind of interesting to do it that way, although it can be a little disorienting at times, trying to find the options you want while moving the camera around.
Me? Oh, I used to be a professor of history at a prestigious university in America.
Subtitles here kind of get over there, so moving this.
I lost my tenure. They said I was mentally unstable, but I know what happened. Someone got to them, and they probably never even knew. As far as they're concerned, I was a troublemaker.
It's interesting, I noticed my target menu is over here on the left. It looks like I have a compass at the top. I'm guessing the cell phone tower is for my connection or ping to the server. What is this? The butterfly attack tier 3. There's a few other icons here that I cannot select. That's fine. So let's take a look at that real quick. So apparently this is the health bar. As you can see, there's mine right here at the bottom. Things are kind of in odd locations compared to what I'm used to, say with World of Warcraft. Target being over here and me being down here instead of, on the upper left or whatever. So apparently they've got little light up icons here, like where if they're hindered in a way, impaired. What's this? Weakened. And afflicted in some way with other stuff. So that's interesting. I hear the music picking up. Shall we dance? Can I dance? No chat command or script name dance available. Well, that saddens me. I love dancing. I love dancing in Guild Wars. I love dancing in WoW. Alright, he has nothing to say to me. Anything else that I have? Let's see. Menu. So here we go. So the character sheet, ability wheel. So this is interesting. I'll get into this a little bit later. This is kind of where all your abilities come into play. As you can see, every single ability on the wheel is available to look at, to use. This is why you don't have classes in this game. You've got 3 sections of range, melee, and magic, and they go out even further. And there's even skills here that you can upgrade. So when I actually start getting skills or going into all of that, we'll look into those. So let me go ahead and close that down for now. Character skills, that's the second menu there. Inventory. Got my mission journal. And it's kind of interesting that everything is modular. If you've kind of noticed the way I'm going through these, everything is modular. I can move it around. I can leave it open if I want. I can close it again. I can... this is the PvP menu. So you've got battlegrounds and things like that, which are not available to me just yet. Like, yeah, see, there's an actual battlefield PvP. That's kind of cool. This might be one of those games that might be interesting to do PvP in. You actually can do achievements and lore. See, a lot of this I haven't gone into, like assembly. That's the crafting. I'm going to have to look into a lot of these a little bit more in detail. What's this? The Cabal. Shift and G. Cabal management. Okay, that is guilds in this game, I do believe. Yes. So you do have guilds. They're called Cabals. Delivered items. That's... looks like my mail. And here's what's interesting. A web browser. I'm not sure if it'll show up very well with Bandicam, but let's go ahead and bring this up. If you can see this, this is a fully functioning web browser. I can actually bring up any web pages. They've got this integrated into the game. And you're supposed to be able to use this for solving puzzles, I believe. There are certain missions that will be puzzle-solving missions. So there are my butterflies. Do I want to go to where the butterflies are? No, I wish to explore, for that is the kind of person I am. I actively dodged. Active dodge is something I don't know exactly how useful it is in combat. But you can do it one of two ways. You can press shift while moving, which can be rebound, or you can double tap a movement key. Now I had, there was a lore thing up there. Let me go over here to global. Okay, so apparently lore doesn't save between characters. Maybe it's just not here yet, or... Interesting. Maybe I just haven't gotten far enough. Shall we take a look? Oh, good lord, man, put on some pants. He reminds me of the witch doctor I've been playing with lately. That's a little better. I'll see you later, big boy. It's kind of an odd storytelling methodology they use here. I mean, the conversation downstairs was interesting, but here there's a lot of silence, a lot of not much going on other than awkward glances. She, you know, will eventually be talked to here, but...
You're shy. Shy, confused, lost. You're not lost anymore. The dragon found you. And now, you found me. Everything happens for a reason. Every event, no matter how small, has consequences. They will ask you to do things, and most of the time, you will not know why, or what the consequences may be. It is the curse of the dragon. We do not know why we do what we do, but we do it regardless, because they tell us it is right. From chaos, there is order. Order and clarity. The one moment of absolute clarity comes in that brief exhalation of ecstasy. When our minds are empty, we are receptive to the truth. Most of the time, you will not understand the reasons. You will not be able to see the consequences of your actions. But there is one event you must understand. One truth. It's my job to help you see it.
Yes. Help me see the truth. Yes, not suggestive at all. I'm sure we know what's going on here. She's receiving the blessing of the Demon King of the Sixth Heaven. See? Blessing received.
Show, everything. From the park to Arachi Tower.
SDF quarantine. Good news for Tokyo, bad news for us.
I thought the dragon thrived on chaos.
Someone once told me the Illuminati had all the answers.
They're saying a bomb. It's never just a bomb.
Something worse. Something that brought the filth with it.
So we fight. That's what us Templars do.
I enjoy a good fight, it's just these trousers are bloody velvet.
Sarah! Thank Gaia! Are you okay? How are you feeling?
So, click on the mission icon in the center of your screen, click on Accept to start story mission, Ground Zero. So, let's take your first mission. Mei Ling will assist with giving this mission to start your journey. Does she look familiar? Yes. I remember all I bestow my blessings upon. Left-click the mission icon on the right of Mei Ling for this mission. The blue-colored icon with my movie reel. Okay, so let's just kind of look around just a tiny bit. This is the beginning of our first mission. I'm actually playing as someone else in their eyes. So I'm not really me, but I see me as me. Okay, so I can just skip this whole segment, but I think this is a good segment to go through, because it'll kind of help me show off the way the Secret World does combat and things like that. So as I was saying, there's my active dodge. You can do that by double tapping a button. Movement schemes aside from that are very similar to, say, World of Warcraft. I've got my strafe left and right, my turn left and right. Yes, I can keyboard turn. See? Keyboard turning. Can turn with the mouse just by holding the right mouse button down as usual. Interesting. So the X key allows you to sprint to increase your movement speed. You have to basically gear it up. See, I can turn it off. That's kind of interesting. So far I haven't been able to tell if any of these things that I do have consequences in their actions. So I click. I have no conversation actions here. I appear to be in Japan now, I believe. I believe I was in Korea before. Or at least there was a lot of Korean writing. So let's try this out. Normal. So this must be a dream. You find yourself experiencing the aftermath of the Tokyo subway attack through another's eyes. Follow the lead of the other Secret World agents and work your way through the station, down to the heart of this darkness. So yes, to the heart of darkness. And of course the accept button for whatever reason doesn't show up unless you come up here, so thankfully it's easy to find.
If Suberi was here, he'd tell us this is the worst time to argue.
Well, he's not. He's down there somewhere. Sarah, get your gun.
Sarah, get your gun. Yes. Alright. Right click on the shotgun. I now have a shotgun.
Open the gate! I'm trying to get inside the electric somehow.
Save me, please, she says. Unfortunately, that's not happening. Alright. Shotgun at the ready. Tab key for nearest available enemy.
Nice shooting.
Alright, so the way this is working is, if you've played anything like, say,
so fast.
the Old Republic,
If this gets out
Star
of
Wars,
Tokyo,
you kind of know how this combat works. There is no auto attack. If I click, for example, I'll click, I'll right click, nothing happens until I hit that one button. So thankfully as a shotgun, I can hit multiple enemies in a cone in front of me. I have no ammo count, so I can just keep using it. And of course I have a second ability, which that one requires a target.
Let's do this. Take it like all the other occult disasters, right?
We really have to stop meeting like this.
Press tab or left click, yeah, using your abilities. So it keeps bringing up these help things when I do things a little odd, I think. Let's go down.
Don't let it get on you. Don't even breathe in.
It's reacting to us, like it knows we're coming.
This stuff can't think. It's a cancer. Cancer doesn't know you're coming, it just is.
So here, I'll show you this real quick. Let me get into the interface options. And for anyone that's laughed at Blizzard for their simple tooltips, you know, I just kind of want to show you that this is apparently a common thing. That using simple tooltips is being used more and more now. Because, for example, here, this is the way the game starts off by default. I have to turn on the advanced tooltips. Yes, I've got point apparently because I am Sarah. Don't doubt that. Alright, so deals damage in a cone-shaped area in front of you. Mouse over the icon for more details. Okay, so these are the basic tooltips here. I've got pump action, which is an instant ability. Shotgun attack deals moderate amount of weapon damage in a cone in front of me. Builds a weapon resource for each equipped weapon. Powdered burn, which takes a second to use. A single target shotgun strike that deals a moderate amount of damage. Exploits hindered state and builds a weapon resource. And thirdly, which we just got, is Kneecapper, instant ability, 5-second cooldown. That at least appears to be what these icons mean to me. I've not found any reason to doubt that. Shotgun attack that deals a moderate amount of damage and slows enemies in a cone in front of you. Alright, so not too bad. They're still very simple. They don't tell me the damages. They don't really give me a lot of details. Now I'm going to go ahead and go back here and turn on the advanced ability descriptions. Just go ahead and hit apply and OK. And go back in, and now you can kind of see, here we go, it's a cone. Hits up to 5 enemies in a 60-degree arc. 60-degree, 7-meter cone. So very nice. Builds 1 weapon resource for each equipped weapon, and it's a cone attack that deals 132 physical. So it requires shotgun. So that's fairly nice. This one builds a resource. It's a single target strike. Strike is in blue, meaning that's probably important. It's probably a different damage type. Possibly like strike, piercing, or things like that would be my guess. Deals 194 physical damage. Affected targets also become impaired and knocked to the ground. So, Powdered Burn is great for enemies coming at me. It's single target, it's not the cone, like this is my cone. So that one needs to have a target, and I can knock them down if they're getting too close, so I like that. And then lastly, we've got Kneecapper, which is a 230 physical damage, up to 3 enemies, so it's less enemies, in the same cone as my pump action. And enemies hit by this are hindered, and their movement speed is slowed. So that's going to be very good for keeping the enemy at bay. So let's go down here. Pick a target. See, there's that 3. These guys are all ranged. I'm taking a beating. I really have no way of healing right now. And I really have no way of avoiding the attacks either. They track you down usually, so... And at this point, since I am in another character's eyes, I really don't have loot either, it appears. So, no way to really look at the loot system.
We're gonna need to use some heavier powers. Don't hold back, right?
Right. I was pacing myself.
Alright, a new consumer ability. Use it when you have built 5 shotgun
them.
resources on your target.
Hold them here. Make a stand.
So, out for a kill. Instant. 4-second cooldown. Consumes all shotgun resources. A single target attack that deals 365 physical damage. Now here's the thing, and I'll show what it means by weapon resources. I didn't really go into that. When I have a target, let's see, can I see it on a friendly? No, they're all gone. I have to go across the next gate. Okay, here's the big guy. I'm going to slow him down. Now what you can see here is on the character himself, see, the enemy target is down here on the right-hand side, so I'm on the left, the target's here on the right. And what you're seeing here is you can even see it on his bar there. That is the weapon's resource. So I'm going to hit weapon 4, There it is. All the resources have been consumed. So it's like a combo bar, if you think of, say, rogues. Again, a World of Warcraft reference. Torchlight players would see it as maybe your charge bar, where you had kind of a few charges there that you could use. So you build up weapon resources to do abilities. Now, the help thing there said that I would want to use out for a kill at full resources at 5. But the description does not seem to say that I need to do that. It just says it consumes all the resources. It doesn't say that it uses those resources in any way, shape, or form. So this is something I'm a little confused by. I don't know if it's a wording problem with the game, or if it really doesn't do anything with more resources. And if that's the case, why would I wait for multiple resources and just not use it right away? It would seem like something that consumes all the resources should use those resources to some effect. It could just be that they haven't, explained what it does yet. I'm not really sure on that. So let's go over here.
The cavalry has arrived. Even where the filth corrupts, Sky is power endures. Take it into yourself. Breathe it out. Feel this broken body mended.
Orochi security, huh? Alright, so apparently I've been given a new healing ability. Active magic ability. It doesn't even have a tooltip. Single target heal. Looks like 1.5 seconds to cast, 5-second cooldown.
Hurry. We have no time to spare. Over here. Good. Even Gaia will be tested by what is to come.
Making a stand? Wasn't working out.
Yeah, about that. This ain't looking much better, to be honest. Now is not the time for argument.
Told you he would say that.
Well, let's
We
go.
must reach the next platform.
Massive damage shotgun blasts.
Well done.
So I need at least one resource to use my big ability. Back off, slow you down a bit. Weapon burn to keep you on the ground. Keep using my single target ability here. Alright, I can heal up. No, I didn't mean to heal up him. Uh-oh. So what's beautiful about these kind of abilities, fire in a cone in front of me, is I don't really need... Let's heal up. I don't need to have a target in order to do damage. I can just fire.
The gate's opening!
I think that's bad news. Yep, bad news.
They're not stopping!
And they will not stop. This is all to hold us back. Top marks for effort. Someone has to push through. This confusion may be all the time we have.
Someone?
Yes, we all know what that means.
Go! Go!
Alright. Someone is going.
Look out! It's all coming down!
It's kind of crazy in here. It makes me wonder what happened. This is the aftermath of an attack by the dragons, which is my faction. And I am, I believe, Templar. Like, the character that I'm seeing through the eyes of. Now that is just kind of freaky. Interesting. But freaky.
You must leave now. They are asking for you. I'm sorry you had to see. I'm sorry.
Do you give strange visions to all the men you sleep with? I cannot tell. Alright, so now, looks like we're kind of in the game proper. So as you can see now, there are other players about. Alright.